Doors. Wait, no, not that one. This one. Pretty much everyone and their dog knows this game. Even your grandpa knows it. Even your ancestor knows it. Heck, even the first human. But if you're still living under a rock, you may ask.
Is it available at the nearest IKEA?
No, it's the most sensational horror game that rock Roblox training page, you grape-looking motherfucker.
Excuse me for that bit. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you already heard of Doors before, and I'm here to give my thoughts and opinions on the game. Now, where do I start? Let us start with the most important part of Doors, which makes it fun and exciting to play and also makes Doors, which is Doors. I'm just kidding. It's the gameplay. You arrive first at the lobby, given a choice to either buy grandma gummies, a locker pick, a lighter, and a flashlight. But if you're a new player, then chances you'd buy none of these cause you're broke as hell. After that, you're supposed to get the key from the reception counter to unlock the first room, and that's where the real experience begins. Oh, you'll be in for a ride, I'll tell you. From room 1 until at least room 30, depending on the player's experience, there will be multiple entities that will spawn to drag you down your feet when you're not looking as you progress through the game. The entities vary depending on the player, but most likely the first entity we'll encounter is Rush within the first few rooms. That sneaky puffer will rush through them doors like a bullet train like no ever. Now Rush in the early game isn't so scary, you see, but we'll talk about that later as we progress. When you see the lights flicker, make sure to hide before you get caught by Rush, as if you do, that's what's gonna happen. So make sure to find a closet to hide in before you or your friends dig a 6-foot grave for you. I'm speaking from experience, so you can trust my advice on that. Moving on, the entities you may encounter after this are either Ambush, Screech, Halt, Eyes, or Rush again. Either all at once or they don't appear at all and you just got lucky. Chances your game is broken or something, man. Better get that account fixed. Let's talk about our friend Screech here first, alright? He can be either very emo and depressed, meaning that he won't jumpscare you at all in a dark room, or very hyperactive like your average Jimmy. Jumpscare you at least 3 times in a single row. He'll appear from behind you, so make sure you make a 90-degree turn to find that little sneaker, or else he'll bite your toes off and take almost half of your health away. If you wanna make sure, just make a 360-degree turn even if it breaks your back, just in case. Personally, I fucking hate Screech and wish that damn creator would stop jump scaring me every 3 seconds. There's so many jump scares. Like, stop! Anyways, moving away from that tangent, let's now talk about our all-seeing friends, Eyes. They're called Eyes for a reason, alright? Chances this little fella never appears in your game, or it did and caught you off guard when you were at low health. Now, what does this entity do? Well, when you stare at it, you'll take quite a hefty amount of damage to your health, so try not to participate in a staring competition with this fella. Don't say I didn't warn ya. The next entity that has a chance of appearing in your game is Halt. This fella has a rare chance to spawn, but if he does drag you into his little fun minigame, then you should be prepared if you don't want to die to it. It's really simple really. Just turn around when he tells you to. You know how to follow instructions, right? The minigame will need you to walk to the next room for it to end, which will take a bit of your time as Halt can be very annoying, especially for speedrunners. So if you're planning to blast away into doors, pray to the god of RNG that Halt does not ruin your speedrun. Train. Now let's talk about our homie Ambush. This fella might appear as early as door 5 or not at all in your game. Depends on the player, of course. They'll have a higher chance of appearing as you progress further, so better watch out for that. But if he does catch you off guard, make sure to find a closet to hide in and wait until he's gone through the room twice. And yes, I mean twice, before you go out. Unless you wanna end up like my friends and homies here who went out once and got killed afterwards. Well, the other one he just so not really his mistake. There are other entities that will also appear during the early stage of the game, but they are very rare, which I will talk about later. Pause for a moment. If you don't know who this fella is, he is called Seek, and you may ask, what does he do? Well, he chases you of course, but you better run fast because he has way longer legs than you. Oh yeah, I forgot. Unpause. Now that you've reached the mid-game, during the chase sequence, you must be very alert, or else if you start to slow down, Seek will catch up to you and it is all game over. So make sure to look left and right like you're crossing the street to check for a blue light to follow at the end of the door. After multiple rooms, you'll arrive at the last room, which will contain multiple obstacles. Make sure to not run into those black arm thingies or else you will get thrown out the window like you're getting evicted by your landlord. Those fires? Nuh-uh, don't touch them either, they certainly aren't there for decorations, as if you do, you'll get your health deducted. You'll arrive at the end of the chase sequence, which concludes the chase with Seek. Very nerve-wracking, isn't it? Well, we still have more to go through, so stay alert. You'll still encounter the same entities from before, except they are more frequent, so don't let your guard down before you reach room 50. The thing that is in front of you right now is called Figure. He is blind, but don't underestimate him because he has intensely good hearing. So you better start crouching when you're in that big ass library. During this stage of the game, you must collect books that will give you clues to unlock the door at the end of the library. There will be a paper you must obtain on a table in the library which will piece your clues together, having shapes that represents the numbers of the key code of the door at the end. Don't forget that Figure will be patrolling all over the library during this time, so if you don't pay attention, then I wouldn't want that to happen to me. Anyways, after you're done inputting the key code, you will now enter the late stage of the game. There are multiple changes that have happened now that you're almost at the end. Most importantly, Rush will appear more frequently and much more faster to blitz through the room when he spawns. I probably forgot to mention this, but if you didn't know, the thing that forces you out of the closet if you hide too long is also an entity. It's called Hide, and the duration for you to stay in the closet will become more shorter as Hide becomes impatient with your scary eyes. Rush and Hide will work as a combo which will force you to time your entry into the closets properly, because if you don't, then say bye bye to all of your progress as it becomes worthless. Well, because you know, you're gonna die anyways. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention that the same thing applies to Ambush and Hide as well. Yeah, better watch out for that as well. After a few more doors, you will now reach the garden room. Yeah, I don't know what it is called, so let's just call it the garden room. Take your time and relax as there are no entities in this part of the game. Appreciate nature and at least touch some Roblox grass if it makes you feel better. There's a cool looking statue, I guess. Really, there's nothing to talk about here, so let's move on to the next part. Once you've reached at least door 80, our friend Seek here will come back for a round 2. So better ready your boxing gloves if you don't want to get knocked out. The chase sequence will be more longer this time, but more or less the same. It's still gonna be equally as nerve-wracking as last time, so try to be more aware when you're finding the right door to enter. After the chase sequence, you've now reached the end game. There's still a few more rooms to go through, but there will be a high chance that Ambush will spawn, and remember, he's a tricky guy, so keep him in mind if you don't want to become, in simple words, nincompoop. It's a new word I learned, I don't know what it means, but stick with me, alright? We've now reached door 100, and let us see who is waiting for us on the other side. Who could it be? It could be... Oh shit, it's Figure. Well, good luck. Never mind, I'm out of here. I'm just kidding. You will need to get a key on the top floor near the elevator that will lead you to escaping Figure. Here's a tip from yours truly again. During the cutscene where Figure is, I don't know, monkey hanging or something, immediately sprint to the room you will need to go through, as there will be a brief moment where Figure is unable to touch you. Or you could do it the long way, hiding in the closets and waiting for Figure to go to the previous room. After you're done getting the key, you will now need to use it to unlock the room that will give you a minigame to activate the elevator that will lead you to the end of the game. During the minigame, you will need to click the numbers with the white boxes while avoiding from clicking the ones that are grayed out, but hopefully you guys can understand what I'm saying. After you're done with the minigame, you should sprint towards the elevator as quick as possible, as Figure will start to chase after you. Go 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 go! Yes! We did it! We fucking did it!
Again.
The second time! Oh my god! And that's it for our video. Thanks for watching. Or is it the end? Oh shit, it is not the end. Uh-oh. Doors chapter 2. Oh my gosh. No. Well, we're falling now. Shit. That's pretty much the end of the video. There are some things I didn't cover, but I'll post another one when the next chapter comes out. Give me suggestions on what kind of video should I make next. Anyways, See you guys in the next video. Peace.